you want to be a winner, not only have to understand how to win, but to understand how to consistently win.
We're the freaking New York Jets, so we're built for this shit.
That's our brand of football. If you want to be a winner, not only have to understand how to win, but to understand how to consistently win.
We're the freaking New York Jets, so we're built for this shit.
That's our brand of football.
D-U-K-E, choked. Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the Nick Shine Show. I am your host, Nick. It is not a dream. Duke choked on a massive 19-point lead last night. Ladies and gentlemen, pleasure to have you here with me. Everyone but Jay, 3 siblings. Jay Reeves in the chat. Ladies and gentlemen, let him know how much Duke choked last night. He hasn't heard it yet from anybody. He's unaware. But folks, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and you just heard Dylan say it. So I can't keep the people waiting. It's time.
It's got me.
Gentry cover the bumble!
Any day, any night, we all shine, bro. First class shine time, the Nick Shine Show. Anytime on YouTube, if you don't know, the Nick Shine Show, the Nick Shine Show. Dim the lights, but it's still bright as Nick time. Day or night, this is his prime, it's Nick Shine. Proud fan, well defined to get in line. Toe to toe with any show, he only got 9. The best show on YouTube, bro, is easy. We talk Jets all day, please believe me. Subscribe, you just gotta click a family. We not a click in 3D. You can see a beautiful DP. We see through the fake teams and the tea leaves. So we pray for a coach and a QB and hope that we close to the top in the new league. A toast to the host with the most, Nicky.
Who, me?
Any day, any night, we all shine, bro. First class shine time, the Nick Shine Show. Anytime on YouTube, if you don't know, the Nick Shine Show, the Nick Shine Show.
Fantastic.
Double down for Blitz? Sure.
Good evening, everyone. Normally, this is the part where I go into a monologue about the Jets. I got to address something first. There's been some shit talk out there about this program. Don't talk shit about my family. They're my family.
And this just in, you can go fuck yourself.
Yeah, get ready for this new showdown. I call it the anytime, any day throwdown. Nick Shine, kill these clowns till they make no sound. They lose weight, we feel great when we burn these pounds. We all know that jet green make the earth go round. Another rookie head coach, another first go round. We bleed green, each fiend hope this team win now. And twist dreams in the DP when my beats are found. Shine is unite, knock the lights out of midnight. We go show for show, goon for goon. We can fist fight, I rip mics. Clemens and Williams, all the dislikes. Bunch of Jets rappers out there, they ain't this nice. I did this twice. Got a sick addiction, so the green and white's my vice. I gave it blood, sweat, and tears. Yeah, I paid my price. Many years on the flight, no prescription, but I need a championship in my life, yo.
For as long as I'm alive, I got your back.
If you know the meaning behind that song and catch the little references in there, you'll know who that's directed at. Tremendous job by Blitz BK. Folks, welcome to the program. Again, hit the like button. We turn bad news into good news around here. We're Jets fans. Found out today the extra area that I've been covering, which has been getting me 4 hours of overtime 3 days a week, they hired someone. So at like 2 o'clock, I found out that Monday, Tuesday, and Friday, I don't have overtime to stay at work. So I'm like, more Nick Shine Show. Let's turn this into a positive, baby. So here we are. Thank you again for being here. As always, you guys know the rules. But for those of you tuning in who might not know them yet, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and we have a raffle going on this Sunday Easter Sunday. It's the winner's choice raffle. How do you get in? $5 super chats, gifted memberships, and here's what we're gonna do. Since it's the Nick Shine show and I make the rules, I'm gonna make a little rule adjustment here. Rest of the week, all raffle entries are double. Let's get wild. Let's celebrate the best fan base in all of sports, and let's give all of you more opportunities to win on Sunday. So we'll have a show tonight, possibly tomorrow. Oh, this shirt is fire. This shirt is fire. This is a 2X, and it's so baggy on me now. But yeah, this shirt is the shirt's clean, as the kids say. It's nice, old school shit. Thank you for noticing, Cisco. Love this shirt. Love this shirt. I'm gonna have to find a way to shrink it because when I first got it, it was a little tight, and now it's very baggy. So yeah, appreciate it. Many ladies have said that, Jerome. You are the first. Appreciate the support, my friend. Of course, I can't. Jay, it doesn't fit you. Pass it along to me. I'll try I'll try to shrink it a little bit first. Wash it with hot water. I always used to think that drying clothes shrunk them. Ends up if you wash them in hot water, that's what shrinks them. So did not know that. Found that out much later in life. But folks, let's double everything. Rest of the week till Sunday night. All raffle entries are doubled. Now, Darren Mougey was at the mic today. Of course, they're at the owners' meetings, the league meetings. I like Mougey's plan. I like the things that he's saying. Now, I know what you're going to say. I like everything the Jets do. Not all the time. I was a little pissed off yesterday about Aaron Glenn just declaring immediately that Geno Smith's the quarterback. I didn't like that. However, I do like a couple things that came out today. I do like that they're planning on picking up Will McDonald's fifth-year option. I've repeatedly said on this show, I think Will McDonald can be a difference maker. I've called Will McDonald the Mariano Rivera of the New York Jets. Meaning, when we have a lead and it's late in the game, he can be your closer. He can be that guy to just change the game. He got to Aaron Rodgers late in the Pittsburgh game. He got to Joe Flacco in Cincinnati. He got to the Cleveland quarterback. I always forget if that was Shador or Gabriel. I think it was Gabriel. I think it was still Gabriel. I think they went to Shador after us. But in those games, we were in it to win it at the end. And Will McDonald was making a difference. As an organization, your plan is to get better. Your plan is to get more competitive. And your plan should be, let's set this guy free, late in the game. That's how you win. You have a guy who can just beat pass protection and get home. Now, when you're down 35-3 in the first half, Will McDonald's not going to be a factor in that game. But the goal is get some leads, be in a tight game, play competitive football, and have more guys like Will McDonald who can change the game at any given moment on your roster. I think McDonald is a guy who, I know he's a little bit older, but I believe that Will McDonald can be an impactful football player. And if you add the guys like we've added to this front seven, I believe you hang on to Will. You have the option, right? If things don't work out, if he doesn't fit the 3-4, you can always move him. We did it with JJ. We picked up JJ's option, moved him. It's doable. But if Will McDonald, with these defensive linemen that we've added, is all of a sudden just coming off the edge time and time again, and he's being relentless, and he's up in the league leaders in pressures and double digits in sacks. Now you got him next year on a controllable contract again before you have to extend him. So I think you wait it out, you see how he plays, but I wouldn't hesitate and I wouldn't be mad. You know, I was a little I didn't want the AVT 50-year option picked up. A lot of you might remember that. I said, why are we picking up this option? We should move him now. We pick up the option. He never plays a game in that season, and now we lose him. So I like this. I really like picking up Will McDonald's options. Now, he also talked about Brees Hall, said the contract situation is in a good place. And I believe after the draft, they're really going to focus on that. Now, Brees Hall has got the tag. Brees wants an extension. Brees wants to be paid well. And nowadays, with the way you can structure these contracts and you can put all of this money in there that doesn't hit the cap, and you can do these bonuses and incentivize it. I don't care anymore if you're paying him $12 million a year. If the cap hit is 5, I don't care. I just don't want an 8, 9, $10 million hit year after year on the cap for a running back. You can really structure that contract for 27 to be massive because we have $150 million roughly available. You extend Titman, you pick up Will's option, you extend Brees, you're still looking at 130 something million available. There's not many other players that are going to get picked up or extended in that time frame. So load them up for 27. If that's what you're going to do, that's what you're going to do. If you believe this strongly in Brees Hall, I'm fine with that. Just get it done because I don't want it dragging with a new scheme and a new quarterback. I do not want it dragging into training camp. Get it done. Brees, come to the table, sign it, be a leader, get there, let your agent take care of everything else. Now, some other takeaways from Mougey today. On the private workout with Ty Simpson, it was good. It was good. We had a good visit with Ty. I think it was good. I'm not sure. Good jab. Now, when you're looking at Ty Simpson, we went through this on Friday, on Saturday night, and Sunday as well. You have to do your due diligence here, right? I'm not going to make more of it than there needs to be. They're there. They're studying the player. When you're going to decide if you're taking a quarterback in a first round, you got to know the ins and the outs. You got to know the goods and the bads. You got to know the motivating factors and the things that rattle him. You have to know all this. So I expect them to spend a lot of time with him. Maybe bring him up to Florham Park in the next couple of weeks, and really get to know the player. Do I want him? No. But I understand why they're doing all this. In a perfect world, somebody thinks the Jets want him and they trade up and take him ahead of us at 16. And then, guess what? Another good player can fall to us at 16. Mougey also downplayed the idea of the loaded 27 quarterback class factoring into this year's draft decisions. This is something I don't agree with. Granted, the Jets are going to say our goal is to win. We're not going to be planning on being at the top of the draft. You don't have to. You don't have to be at the top of the draft because if you guys are unaware, Charles Gorman, Michael Clemens, and Sauce Gardner are on a mission from God to get the Indianapolis Colts the number 1 overall pick for us. So we can win as many games as we want because we have the luxury of Charles Gorman leading that blue tank, baby. Thank you, Charles, for your service. We appreciate you. You're a great man. Cisco, I see your comment. I will get to that comment. I just started. I'll get into that shortly. I promise you. Now, Mougey also says he claims they haven't identified the player they will draft at number 2 overall, saying draft meetings will start later in the week. Now, what he says, I just read to you. What does he mean? We are not solidified on any player. This pick is available. Come and get it. I'm talking to you, Robert Saleh. Why? Because Nick Shine wants to win $3,700 if Jeremiah Love gets drafted second. So, Robert Saleh, Brian Dable, come get Love, show Nick love, and then Nick will spread and share the love with several ladies of the night. And by ladies of the night, Charles, I mean waitresses at like a pizza place. But these comments, you're not going to say, "Yeah, we have our guy solidified." No, we're open. We'll take some calls. You want to make an offer? We'll listen. You want to jump? We'll catch you, baby. You want to pay us for multiple picks? What it says to me is we have multiple guys that we're okay with. We're not going to solidify and say that we're down to one player. Keep your options open. Allows you to move back. Allows you to manipulate other teams into trading up. I'm all for that. Also, Mougey says it sounds like he wants to add a veteran quarterback, which is an obvious need. Downplayed the need to add a wide receiver, though, saying he likes the room with a healthy Garrett Wilson. I think any general manager or any head coach would absolutely love having Garrett Wilson back in the fold. We never really got to see Garrett last year with Mitchell and Mechie. And I'm looking forward to seeing what Garrett can do with a quarterback who will throw the ball downfield. Now, do I expect to add to the wide receiver room? I do. Do I expect them to add to the weapons? I do. I think Garrett can really use the help and use the pressure being taken off of him. So those are the notes today from what Mougey said, courtesy of the Rich Samini X account. Appreciate you guys for being here. Again, hit the like button. Super chats, gifted memberships are doubled throughout the rest of the week. We have another winner's choice raffle going off this Sunday night. Make sure you're in it. Again, thank you to all of you who helped and contributed to my daughter's softball fundraiser. All of you who did from the Shiner family will be getting some raffle entries on that wheel. You support me and my family, I will support you and help you. I appreciate you guys. Now, Cisco asked, who are all the players on your wall if we have time? Yeah, babe, we got all the time we want. So when I was a kid, I loved the starting lineup figures. I used to get them all the time. And the bottom one is that's Adrian Morrell. Adrian Morrell is the bottom one. It's the 1998 edition from the 97 season. Keyshawn Johnson, Wayne Corbett, Curtis Martin. This one here is Joe Namath and Don Maynard in the same one. So yes, Curly, you have to, Curly. And that's how Curly would say it. We have to hit the like for our guy. Oh, I thought there'd be a question mark at the end, Curly, knowing you. But yes, we have to hit the like. Thank you, sir. I appreciate you. Yeah, I love those figures. Last year, Jake's draft party was right down the street from this place, Martinez Cigars in Manhattan. And I stopped there. And then in July, Knobcraft, Rick Ken, Addy, and others came out here for the Yankees and Mets game for the 4th of July. And Knob stayed on that street. And I picked up some cigars then from that place. And I walked in and I saw this one. And it was Maynard and Namath sealed. And I was like, yo, I'm like, I'll give you $50 for that right now. And the guy was like, I can't. It's not mine. I'm like, all right. I go home. I look it on eBay. I got it for like 18. I'm like, oh, thank God. So then I was like, oh, let me see what other ones they got. And Curtis, Keyshawn, Corbett. I got my eye out on others. They have an Altoon, a Freeman McNeil, a Kenny O, Rob Moore. There is, however, a Kyle Brady. I don't know if I'm going to get that one. I feel bad for Kyle Brady. He came in, man, and he was just hated from the get-go because we didn't take Warren Sapp, and we took Kyle Brady. You know, you go watch that 1998 team. Kyle Brady was a great blocker for Curtis Martin. Granted, if you're taking a tight end in the top 10, even back then, a different generation, you want it to be impactful. You want him to. You went from an athletic Johnny Mitchell to a robotic, methodical musclehead in Kyle Brady, and Brady was just never accepted by the fans. Not his own fault. It's the Jets being the Jets. Charles Gorman with a super chat says, "Hey Nick, hope all is well. Also, hit the like and subscribe button. It will help Nick a lot." Thank you, Charles. Look at you turning into the Nick Shine marketing team. I appreciate you. Kyle Clifton, member of the channel for 10 months. Appreciate you, sir. Says, Mougey is a liar. Comfortable with the wide receivers. Ha! I hope I read that in your tone. I hope that's exactly the tone that you had. You got to get the evil. Ha! Metro Funny, what's up, brother? I hope you are feeling well, man. I hope you are on the mend. And hope all is well up there in Vermont. One of the normal people in Vermont. Shout out to the Metro Funny family. I've met him and his son twice. Let me rephrase that. I met him and his son once. I've seen them twice. There we go. Better. Thank you, Charles, for the super chat. David D. All right, Metro. I'm trying to compliment you. Metro. Accept it, all right, buddy? Compared to other Vermontonians that I know, yes, you're normal. David says, Nick, a tidbit. Brady won 26 regular season games in the combined 98 and 99 season. He was a major part of the Jags' well-balanced offense in 99. Yeah, he won 12 with the Jets in 98. And then in 99, they won 14, the Jaguars in 99? Because we went 12-4. Are you talking playoffs also? Because we won a playoff game. That would give us 13. Okay. Wow. I didn't know the Jaguars went 14-2. I know they had that loaded team with Baselli, Jimmy Smith, Keenan McCardell, Fred Taylor. Trying to think who else they had. I think that was too early for Maurice Jones-Drew. I think he came in the early 2000s. Just regular season. All right, thank you. Lost 3 games all season, all to Tennessee. Oh, well, that Tennessee team, that was Eddie George, Steve McNair, Derek Mason, Frank Wycheck at tight end. Did they have Javon Curse? Was Curse there yet? That was a good team. We beat them too. We beat them in the playoffs. I was at that game in January of 99. We sat in the last row in section 140 underneath. And when Keyshawn Johnson went back for the Hail Mary, I was screaming that he's going to get interception. He's going to get interception. He got the interception, as you all know. And in that game, he's the first player since the 1920s to rush a touchdown, receive a touchdown, recover a fumble, and have an interception in the same game. Now, the fumble recovery was Curtis fumbled or Vinny threw an interception, I forget, and Jacksonville's returning it, and they fumbled during I think Curtis punched it out on a tackle attempt, and Keyshawn recovered it. And then he got the interception at the end. Now, when he got that interception at the end, we were surrounded with a wild, crazy, like young 20s group of guys. And like people were just jumping on top of a pile. Like it was like a baseball celebration. And I was buried under that pile. When I came out of that pile, Vinny and others were going around the stadium high-fiving the fans. We started the We Want Denver chants probably earlier than we should have. But I will say I started the first "We Want Denver" chant that night, afternoon. Very cold that day. Very cold that day. Yeah, Dre. Nick Shine is live. Hola, Addison. ¿Cómo estás? Bien? Curly with a serious question. He had to declare. Serious question. Do the Jets make the playoffs before the sun explodes? I mean, will we even know? I hope. I mean, if they don't, I could say I was at their last playoff game. Probably got a couple seconds to get that in right before the world rains down fire. Thank you, Black Gypsy. I see your comment that Vinny threw a pick. Trey says no, in caps. No. Black Gypsy says 8 Ball says not likely. Folks, again, if you were here, I appreciate you. They hired someone at work. So the open area that I've been covering is no longer needed for me to stay to do overtime a couple days a week. So I found that out at 2 o'clock today. So what do we do? Nick Shine Show, baby. Let's go. Came home. I took a nap for like an hour. It's fantastic. And I'm like, all right, we'll do a show. I set the show up, took a quick nap. I didn't go to bed till like 1:30 last night. I was wired after last night's show and Duke losing. But folks, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel if you have not already. And for those of you coming in late, we know Charles Gorman comes early, but for those of you coming in late, all raffle entries are doubled for the remainder of the week through Sunday night. So great time to support the channel and get your raffle entries up. It's a winner's choice raffle, meaning you choose the player. Joe Namath and Nick Mangold are excluded from this one. Mini helmet, jersey, photo, your choice, your player. We make it happen. Oh man, it was pretty cold that day. It was. And that old stadium, man, the lower level with the mezzanine over it, the swirling wind would just whip through there. You'd have the old plastic wax paper from the hot dogs and everything like swirling around in the air like it got caught in a tornado. It was a very interesting time in that stadium. Nothing was better than the halftime. If you were in the old stadium and you went to the ramp at halftime, it was always epic. People would throw money down to the bottom of it and wait for the one idiot to run out, and then they would just bombard him with beers, pretzels, everything. Girls would be doing wow. Speaking of girls doing wow, Leanie just wowed everybody by gifting 5 memberships. Thank you, Leanie. Leanie, who received her Joe Namath mini helmet, looks great. She sent me pictures of it and it looks fantastic in the house. Thank you, Leanie, for your support and congratulations. She said, I want to add to the collection. Come and try to beat me, boys. Her 5 went to Cincy Matt, FR Cause, Team Curry, Bernard Dixon, aka BMAC. BMAC still a subscriber to the channel, even though he's ventured off out of the Jets community. And CT Jets fan. If it was CTE Jets fan, we would question if it was Gary, but it's just CT Jets fan. So it is not one of Gary's accounts that I'm aware of. But thank you, Leanie. I appreciate you. You're the best. Bernard Nixon is BMAC. Bernard Nixon. Leanie, you're awesome. I love you. You know that. And you know what? Where is it? I think I sent this. I got to get this uploaded to the show. Oh man, where'd I do it? Is it here? All right. Give me one moment. While I'm we got a caller. Sorry. I missed. I don't know how long you've been there. I apologize, Mr. Kyle Clifton.
I was just
How
hanging
is
out.
thee?
I'm doing great, man. I'm just hanging out in the background like a creep.
I've been there.
Yeah,
I understand. You do what you gotta do. Get through the day.
right.
What's on your
So
mind, sir?
yeah, I'm thinking about not forcing wide receiver at 16. Like, if you don't get one of the top three guys, like, wait, because I think that it's a clear step down, and you might like the guy that you get at 33 for that spot.
Now, do me a favor. Explain to me what you would say forcing. Who would you consider a force, and who would you consider acceptable?
Like, I'm sure that Omar Cooper and Denzel Boston are going to be good players. In fact, I kind of like Boston. I don't know
Yeah.
if I like him at 16. You know,
You're okay with the top three?
yeah, I'm okay with the top three.
Okay.
I mean, Tate's not going to be in the equation. Although I do think Tate is a little overrated. But I like Tyson a lot.
Really? Wait, hold on. Tell me about that. Why do you think that?
Physical, can play all across the field. It's just a matter of whether the medicals come back on him. Like the people I trust and the people that um, you know evaluate players seem to think that he's the most talented guy. So that's basically what it is. And Lemon, you know, the juice is worth the squeeze there with the flake factor probably. And we got a spot for him in the slot, right? So even though my ultimate goal is to get Garrett in the slot, but
Yeah.
I would understand why.
I mean, you're halfway there with Mitchell, right? You could play
Yeah.
Mitchell on the perimeter. He did that last year, and I mean, he did okay.
Right.
Real quick, I don't have a video to play for Leany, but Kyle, you as a tall man will appreciate the first time I met Leany. I took this picture with her. That is our first picture together. So
There you
Leany,
go.
when you gift, we will put our first photo together, Leany and I. We did take another one. I put her up on a step up into the bus, and she was at my height. But you can relate, Kyle. You're taller than me. You and I took a picture together, and I might look like this next to you.
Yeah, I mean, I just don't know who would be there at 33. Like, you know, could a guy slip? Like, it seems like every mock that I'm seeing, like these guys like Cooper and Concepcion and Boston are being littered throughout the 20s. So,
I think
Yeah.
that's the question with them, right? Like,
Yeah.
I think that their window is so big from 16 into the 30s that Concepcion, Cooper, Boston, I think are the big question marks. Like, does somebody reach? Do they fit somebody's scheme more than we're maybe giving credit for? And where do they go? And is there a run on receivers? Because we've seen the storylines within the draft are always fun to watch. When a position starts to go, sometimes people say, "All right, we got to get our guy now. We're not going to wait another round to get this position. It's getting hot." And then you'll see defensive ends go, and you'll see the wide receivers go. I think you could see an unexpected run on middle linebackers. I think once CJ Allen goes, Rodriguez and Hill might go earlier than people expect.
Just because the next time around you might not be able to get them, right? Like,
Yeah, if you're picking mid-20s, you're not going to get Rodriguez or Hill at the end. However, if you would like to trade up with number 33 for the New York Jets, we will be taking phone calls. I'll take them on their behalf, for crying out loud.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, I'd be interested to see what the Jets thinking is here because they have so much flexibility, right? Like, it would be hard to pass up on a guy like Reese, but it's also hard to pass up on a guy like Styles. And I feel like you might be able to get a starting edge at 16 or 33. Like, I don't know, and if a guy like Styles is generational and he could learn at the knee of DeMario for a year, all the better. Like I love Styles, and there's just no way around it. Like
Yeah.
I'm not gonna feel guilty about it anymore. I know
I don't think you should. I think he's a tremendous player.
Yeah.
And if we were picking at 6, I think people would be screaming that we have to get Styles and he has to be there. I think where we're picking is the issue, not the player.
Well, even at 4, right? Because you would think that it is entirely a possibility the 2 edges are going to go off 2 and 3, because that's how it goes.
Yeah. I'm still hoping. I mean, you saw the bet that I put in, $30 for 37.80. I'm really hoping that the Titans trade up and take Love. I mean, financial reasons, and then for Jets reasons too. We would get 35 out of it, and maybe 66 also. So now you're absolutely stacked, and now you moved back, and now you have more ammunition from 16 to jump up, and maybe you can come out with Styles and Downs.
I just don't think they're close enough to do that. Like,
No.
they're not close enough to being good. Like that's something that maybe the Chiefs could do. Like if they had any confidence that Mahomes was going to be healthy, right? Or the Rams could do, like, if they didn't have another guy that was pretty good. Yeah, you would think that it would be an established team that would be looking to come up and kind of leverage the value of Love. That's kind of how I feel about it. I appreciate your time as ever, Nick.
Yeah, Kyle. Always a pleasure when you call in, man. We'll talk soon.
Bye.
Now, great comment by Addie. Leany can hide in one of Nick's old shirts. Leany could live in there. If you get like a couple sticks and raise it, it could be like a roof. Speaking of little people, hi Charles. With the Colts blue, give me the middle finger. What the fuck is that? A middle finger.
Back little people.
I said
you did Leany dirty, man. Come on, give us a better picture of you and Leany.
No, Charles, because I know what you do with pictures of women.
Oh, stop it. Stop it.
Why are you yelling at me?
Stop it, Nick. Stop it.
Leany was there for the picture and knew that I was cutting her head off and says it's her favorite picture of me and her.
You're kidding me.
I am not kidding you, sir. Charles. Do your heavy typing and Google sense of humor and ability to laugh at self.
I know that it's called self-satire. I understand what it is.
Leany's awesome. Leany has no problem with it. You don't need to be her knight in disgusting armor showing up.
I thought you were going to say shining armor, but I guess I'll take.
No, I've seen your wardrobe.
Gee, thanks, Nick. I love you too.
I love you, buddy. What's going on?
Nothing, man. I was talking with Kyle Clifton on the Dylan Terman show in the chat, and I know he wants a center in the draft, and I get it. But here's the thing, though. Yes,
pew,
I looked in the chat before you.
I'm making.
Well, you got a gun now?
Pew, pew.
I see that. I saw it in the chat before
Read
you
it out loud. Read it out loud.
Yes, Charles. I laughed out loud when he took it.
Now, this is where Charles gets solo layout and says, Nick Shine, I'm sorry I yelled at you, my friend.
My bad.
Shine. No, Nick Shine.
My bad, Nick Shine. I didn't mean to yell at you. I'm an idiot.
That's not what I said. Nick Shine.
Nick Shine.
I'm sorry I yelled at you.
I am sorry I yelled at you.
You are my most handsome friend.
You are my most handsome and sexiest friend.
All right, Charles. If you're going to add that, I'm not going to get mad. Good job. Also, I have to know who else is in the top 3 with me.
Preston and Colin Critchlow.
They're your sexiest friends?
Well, I won't say. Well, Colin's handsome. Preston's good looking too, but you're probably the sexiest of them. So.
Yeah, suck it, Preston.
You never met the guy, but I would love to introduce him to you one day.
I'll meet anyone that I'm better looking than, so I'm down.
I talked with him and I said, look, I know he wants a center, but I was thinking maybe if we draft Vega Ione from Penn State, we could move Dylan Parham to center. Would that be a bad choice?
No. If Vega is there at 16, that's my dream. My dream is that Vega's
Other
there.
than boobies?
What?
Your dream other than boobies.
No,
You said
Charles,
boobies
fucking
equals
Jets
happiness.
football, Charles. Jesus Christ, Charles. It's a Jet show.
I had to get you there, man.
Stay
I had
focused.
to get you there.
Vega at 16. Charles, I don't have to dream of them. I've played with dozens and dozens of pairs, if not hundreds in my life. I'm
God
good.
bless you, man. You're luckier than me.
Not lucky. Like you said. Handsome. Yeah, but to answer your question, if Vega is there, I'm going to have a hard time passing on him. I would really, really be upset.
If we pass on him, I would be too. I'll be
Vega's
uber
there,
pissed.
yeah. I don't think Vega makes it. I think if there's some ifs here, but if Downs is gone by the time Cincinnati picks, I think Cincinnati should pick Vega. They should do everything to help protect Joe Burrow. They have too many great weapons to not add an elite offensive lineman to that front. Now, I think Baltimore, if Lemon goes, I think Baltimore can add Vega. You know, they have Simpson back, but I don't think Simpson is worth passing on Vega. I think Vega can be one of the best guards in the league immediately. You know, I think the Saints, you need great players in New Orleans. This would be a great player.
I agree. I know he played with Olu Fashanu for 1 or 2 years in Penn State. I think Fashanu's a solid player. I think he still has time to become a great left tackle, but so far I think he's a solid left tackle. But Membu's a stud. We all know how great Membu is.
Yep.
And I know you prefer Joe Tippmann at right guard. I know I was talking with Oscar in the Dylan Tinnerman show as well that if they should, he's thinking about putting Tippmann back at center, but as people said, he's inconsistent with his snaps. He's still not to be polished with his snaps. So I would keep Joe Tippmann at right guard and maybe move Parham to center because Myers is not very good center. He's not. I know we signed him to a 2-year extension to be mostly a backup.
Mm-hmm.
I think we should beg Parham center, but we shall see. I know Sean Bennett, shout out to him, wants to trade up for Jeremiah Love, but the only way I see that happening is the Jets trade Breece Hall to somewhere else because Breece Hall right now is our number 1 running back. And Jeremiah Love, he could be a running back on Seattle. He could be a running back on other teams. Number 1 running back on other teams.
You want to trade Breece Hall to Seattle?
Well, who's their star running back? They let Kenneth Walker go.
Well, they drafted Charbonnet in the 2nd round.
I was thinking,
I think they'll get somebody to help complement him.
We could, but I was thinking, who's the star now that Travis Etienne's on the Saints? Who's the star running back on Jacksonville? They could use a starting running back.
I forget who they had at the end of last year. They had somebody else that went with him.
But I know. Macho Talk Sports said Tootin. Thank you.
Yeah, Beauchamp Tootin.
Tootin, yeah.
Chris Rodriguez Jr. and LaQuinton Allen is their depth chart as of right now. Thank you, Macho.
Gracias, Macho.
Why did you just speak Spanish?
I felt like it. Why?
I don't know. I was just curious. Do you have any other thoughts, Charles? You're on a talk show. You're reading the chat.
Sorry. That's all I have for now. Hope you're doing okay, buddy. Talk to you next time.
Charles, you're one of one. Oh, Macho says he's Puerto Rican, so I appreciate the Spanish. Damn it, Macho. If I'm picking on Charles, let it ride. Now never do it again. All right, there you go. See, Charles, you're offending people in the chat. It's not nice. Do that on your show. Gary, what are we doing here, Gary? We were united with Duke losing, and now you're saying things like this, Gary? Not cool, bro. Not cool, Gary. Folks, call lines are open. Oh, boy. We're going to get into this. LeBron is not ahead of Kobe in anything except longevity. Passing is the only thing that LeBron is better at than Kobe was. LeBron accumulated with scoring, but was never an assassin, kill you scorer. Kobe was. I'm not a Kobe fan, but I'm not a moron. The only thing LeBron did better was LeBron was a better all-around player. Kobe played better defense. Kobe was a better scorer. Kobe was a better winner. Kobe was a better leader. Kobe never got bent over by Diddy. That we know of. That we know of. Jay Quest, I saw a funny joke on X today. A lion wouldn't get a DUI, but a tiger would. I agree. Kobe did have Shaq. And I will say this. When they won without Shaq, that middle 2000s, when it was Pierce and Garnett, that's the worst era of NBA I've ever seen in terms of talent. It was not a good time in the league. It was after Shaq and Robinson. It was after the big men were dominating and that faded away. It was after Jordan and Barkley and all those guys were gone. And it was the next wave. And the next wave was not as good as what we saw in the 80s and 90s. So that early to mid 2000s was very, very weak. That's why you could win a championship with Paul Gasol as your second. That's why the Celtics made the finals. You had the Pistons who would score 70 points a game winning because there wasn't good enough offensive players throughout the league. You had guys like Tracy McGrady getting hurt all the time who should have been, and individual talent-wise, McGrady is one of the best to ever play the game. But historically, he's not because he was just too injured. But McGrady was fucking nasty. Cisco, just when I think I can't love you anymore, you put a comment like this. Ain't no party like a Diddy party. Just ask the LeBron the Queen. Where do I rank Bill Russell? Now, 6 rings, this is difficult. Now, what I do with basketball is I rank big men in their own category because you can't compare Shaq to Jason Kidd. So I always put big men in their own category. And then I'll put like swing men and guards in the other categories. You know, someone like Tim Duncan, I'll compare to Elijah Wan and others who played like in the post. Can't compare Tim Duncan to Isaiah Thomas. Ladies and gentlemen, we start talking basketball. We have a return of Gary. What's up, brother?
You got me fired up. I don't have a lot of time, but you got me fired up talking about Kobe. And I agree with you. Like, I have 3. I got point guards, bigs, and swings, right?
Yeah,
those are
fair.
Yeah. Those,
like,
those
how do you compare Ray Lewis to Tom Brady? Like, they're not asked to do the same thing, so it's hard to calculate it.
I get this all the time in boxing. Like I say, Roy Jones is the GOAT or Roberto Duran is the GOAT. Like Roberto Duran was a lightweight at his best. Is he better than Ali? It's like you're asking me to compare a heavyweight to a lightweight. Like this is like they're two. You can't compare the things, right? So like, who's better, Steph Curry or Kareem? It's like I can't do this. It's not only different eras, but like one guy's a 6'3" shooter and the other's a 7'2" guy who created his own shot. But I would say those are the two guys. After you have Mike and Kobe, the next two I would say are Kareem and Steph.
Now, you're close to my age. What are you, 44?
42. I'll be 43 later in the year. Yeah.
All right. So you may have not Magic Johnson, man, and Larry Bird.
Magic Johnson was my
difficult time.
I love
putting LeBron or Kobe ahead. Like my top three are Jordan, Magic, and Bird. And then I can probably put Kobe as fourth. Because what Bird did, now granted, Bird didn't have the elite athleticism, but if you go look at the Celtics winning percentage with him and without him,
yeah,
it's insane. And he made everybody better. And Magic did everything from day one. He was starting as a center in the finals as a rookie when Kareem got hurt. You know, back when centers
and he
were
won
center.
the game.
You know
he dominated the game as the center on the block. He dominated
as a rookie.
Game. As a rookie, 20 years
doing
old.
The hook shot that like he never really used.
And he left college after a year or two, which was unheard of at that time.
Yeah. Moses Malone did it.
And
Moses Malone.
Yeah, Moses Malone was Shaq before Shaq was Shaq. Yeah.
Yeah. Moses Malone, I think, went from high school. And then it was rare. People could have left, but they didn't put that rule in. I think there was a rule for a while. You had to stay for 3 years. And then they moved it down to 1. And then it was none. Then back to 1. I don't get why you do 1 year. It's pointless to do 1
So
year.
I'll explain the theory, and this is conspiracy theory, but this is the theory. So remember when you had that era of everyone was coming out of high school? You had like Jonathan Bender, Jermaine, like Monte Ellis, everybody was coming out of high school. Kwame Brown, he was one. Eddie Curry, right? Like there was a bunch of guys, and ESPN had just signed a massive deal with NCAA basketball, like with the NCAA for college basketball.
Okay.
And they were afraid that everyone was going to skip college, making their contract deplorable, right? Like,
okay.
Once they lost LeBron, like they signed this deal. And I think ESPN hired Stephen A. Smith to destroy Kwame Brown and make it look like if you go from college, if you skip college and go straight to the NBA, you're going to end up like Kwame Brown. And that's what Stephen A. Smith did for 20 years, right? Just bash Kwame Brown, right? To make sure these guys went to college. And then they got the NBA to play along and say, all right, 1 year. So that way you got the Carmelo Anthony year. You got the Kevin Durant year, which was all great for college basketball. If you hadn't put that in there, Carmelo and Durant and those guys would have went straight to the show. They never would have stopped in college, and you would have lost out on a ton
but Carmelo, LeBron are the same year. LeBron went from high school.
That's
Carmelo
true.
And Wade.
All right, like the Kevin Durant year, there were like other great years. You're right. You're right. LeBron and and Carmelo were the same year. So why did Carmelo go to college? That was the era that everyone was. Why did Carmelo go to college? Why did he go straight to the show?
I can't answer that.
Yeah, that's
I don't know. I remember enjoying that championship game though.
But you had guys like J.R. Smith and Monte Ellis who were good. They weren't like great. They go straight to the NBA. And college basketball ratings were taking a beating. So
I look at it this way now that 1 year is an absolute waste. You know, when you have these guys come in, why are you doing it? Why are you putting in guys for 1 year? Like right now, Caleb Wilson. All right, I enjoyed watching Caleb Wilson. It got me excited again about college basketball, right? And then it's like, all right, it's one and done. What's the point of one and done? Like if you're not going to make the kids go and stay there, and the NIL shit with being able to swap and transfer after a year,
you got to recruit your own players every year.
Yeah.
Pitino and Calipari, arguably the two best coaches in college basketball, both said they are no longer really interested in freshmen. And they expect potential. If you got a 5-star, you wouldn't want to be like, not this year. The guys I'm replacing are all, I don't want because you got to teach the 18-year-old how to play basketball. By the time you teach him how to play basketball, he's gone.
Yeah.
So it's
that
like
was
Darren
what was
Peterson.
great about John Calipari. Calipari would take 5 freshmen at Kentucky, and in December they would lose a game to like Fresno, and like what the hell's going on? And they would get in the tournament as an 8 seed, and he would have them playing such a fine-tuned game that they would go on a run in the tournament. And then he would lose all of them, and then he would have to do it again. Like the stress of having to build your team every year. You know, that's what I loved about Roy Williams. Roy didn't go after and recruit top 20 players in the country. He would go get 25 to 60. And whenever you look at championship teams that Roy Williams won, they were junior, senior heavy. You know, even when they lost to Villanova, they had Marcus Page, who was a true senior. You know, they had Sean May. They had Tyler Hansbrough. They always had guys who stayed the entire time. And that's how you build a program. And that's why you see so many, oh, this is a Cinderella. It's not a Cinderella. This team's been playing together for 3.5 years every goddamn day. They just know how to play the game better than guys who are going to leave and are just worried about their individual statistics.
It's rough. It takes like you got to have if you're going to win with a freshman, that freshman's got to be KD. Well, KD didn't even win, right? He got knocked out in the Elite Eight. So it's got to be a guy like Carmelo who's on a team with veterans when they all click and they all accept their role, and then Carmelo goes off every night, right? Like it's almost an impossible thing to do.
That Syracuse team wasn't great, but they were missing, and Carmelo was able, and McNamara being able to just shoot deep threes. Like I remember him being one of the first college guys who used to get pulled out of the game if you were a foot behind the line. Back in my day, if you were a foot behind the line, what are you doing? We don't shoot from there. Like now it's like if you're near the line, what went wrong with the offense? Something must have broke down. We shot a regular 3.
The thing that still chaps my ass is when you have a 2-on-1 fast break and someone pulls up and shoots a 3. I can still, like, my dad used to always coach my little league basketball team. I could just hear him screaming and pulling anyone off the court who did that. Like, you have a 2-on-1, you have numbers. Either take the easy 2 or make them foul you. What do you like? Unless your name is Steph Curry, I don't want to see anyone pull up for a transition 3 when we have a 2-on-1 ever. That was like one thing that would chap his ass.
So when in 2015, Nick started playing flag football, and he started playing youth sports. And I, to this day, swear that Odell Beckham's one-handed catch and Steph Curry shooting these shots from deep ruined kid sports, because these kids who can't even make a layup are trying to launch it from half court whenever they got open gym, and old people are getting hit in the face under the basket because these kids can't do. I watched a lady get her nose broken by a kid who tried to heave a half court shot.
It happens in every, like in boxing, every kid wanted to shoulder roll like Floyd Mayweather. The shoulder roll is actually a very responsible defensive position. It's just you have to be a hyper athlete to do it and then perfect it. Otherwise, it's not going to work. And it's like, stay on the phone. Just stay on the phone, right? Like this has been around for 500 years because it works. Stay on the phone. Like keep your hands on the phone.
Real quick, I'm not going to be around for 500 years. I have to use the bathroom real quick. Gary, show's all yours.
All right. So, like a couple of things. The Braun people out there. The Braun people. Oh, is this for real? Are you actually there? Is that you?
I am here, Gary.
Braun or Kobe? Braun or Kobe?
All right, so here's my thing. The reason why is Braun over Kobe. Kobe is my favorite basketball player of all basketball players ever. Like, I have him, when it comes to fan, number 1 over Jordan, over everyone. But Kobe has every fundamental of the game at an A. Same with Michael Jordan. They're both A-plus players. What makes LeBron different than Kobe is LeBron is a freak. He's a freak of nature.
That's what makes Kobe.
Hashtag quotes from a Diddy party.
Kobe is standard. Kobe's a Honda that drives like a Bugatti. 6'6" standard.
You ready to say Bukaki?
Bukaki. He a Honda that drives like a Bugatti. Kobe is all right. So hear me out. Who's a better scorer? You need a bucket. Who do you rather have? Kobe?
I need a bucket.
You need a bucket. Who do you want? Kobe or Bron?
I'm gonna take Kobe because I'm just a Kobe fan.
You need to stop. You need to stop. Who defensively? Who's better, Kobe or Bron?
Kobe.
So okay, Kobe's a better scorer and a better stopper. How is Bron better?
Because it's more fun to watch Bron play.
That's what Larry Bird said. Larry Bird said,
It
if you pick
is.
one player to play with. He said, if you want to have fun, pick Bron. If you want to win, you take Kobe.
No, when it comes to winning, I think Kobe is one of the greatest. The Mamba mentality. There was never a Bron shot. There was Kobe. You know what I mean?
Kobe.
Like, everybody
Everybody in
did that.
every office in America, when they threw something in the
Yeah,
garbage, said,
it was
what?
Kobe. So, like, I'm always going to be a Kobe fan. Here's the thing that knocks Kobe, though, that always people just seem to forget. Like, Nick mentioned it at a certain point. When the Lakers won their second set of championships, the competition was minority compared to the original three that they won.
That was a weird era of basketball.
Shaq is the greatest big man to ever play basketball.
I hate Shaq.
You can hate him.
He's better than Hakeem Olajuwon.
Hakeem had more skill than Shaq, but Shaq was the most dominant player to ever play his position.
I hate this. Okay, then how come Dream dominated him? So Shaq's better than Joker. Shaq is better than Joker.
It's a different type of player. Like, we can't compare the eras. So like whenever we have the argument about Jordan, Kobe, and LeBron, I always say we can't compare the eras. And I always say Kobe's my favorite just as a stopgap. When people want to go on with the argument, like you have a good reason to say Kobe, you have a good reason to say Jordan, you have a good reason to say LeBron. LeBron has what he has.
If you want to take Jordan, I can live with Jordan. I'm not going to push. I would take Bron over Jordan, but I'm not going to argue too much.
I can't do
Jordan.
that. I can't do that.
Bron, I can't live with. I can't live with Bron.
And here's the thing. I just thought about it because you said your age.
Yeah, you want a guy who's undefeated in championship fights?
You never got to really watch Michael Jordan play. If you're 42, you're way too young to see Michael Jordan had his epicness, bro.
I saw all 6 of his championships. I watched every game of all 6 of his championships.
You were like 6.
Wait, let me equate this to boxing.
I was 8, 9, 10.
You want a guy
11,
who in
12,
title
13,
fights
14,
is 6-0, or you want a guy who's 4-6 in title fights?
Well, that depends who you fight.
It does depend. It does depend who you fight, but still, I'm taking Michael Jordan. Like I got to watch Michael Jordan in his prime.
But I feel like when people say Jordan is the GOAT, it's like saying Ali is the GOAT. Okay, he's had the greatest impact on the sport. He's got the greatest legacy. But is Jordan actually better than Kobe? It's like, is Ali actually better than Larry
better
than
Jordan?
It's Michael Jordan.
Ball handling and 3-point shooting.
All right, Jordan shot 37%, I believe, from 3.
He did shoot,
but they didn't shoot it in the volume.
Yeah, he did.
And in the
playoffs, and every single area on the court that Jordan shot from, he was great at. And if he had to shoot threes in a greater volume, you don't think he would have got great at that too?
In the playoffs,
he was great at.
In the playoffs, Michael Jordan and Scottie Pippen were lights out from 3. People forget that shit.
Yeah.
Like when they shot the ball from 3,
they didn't have to do it because they were up 40 a lot of
games.
They
would make it. Like it's different eras of basketball. You cannot compare Steph Curry's basketball to Steve Kerr's basketball to Michael Jordan. Like they're different eras, bro. Like
no, it's like if I said who's better, LeBron or Steph, well, what era are we playing in? Are we playing in this era? I'll take Steph. Are we playing in any
their
other era? I would take Bron.
Steph is the greatest shooter of all time. In their era, LeBron is the best player in their time. Like, I mean, there's dominance and then there's skill. Like, if you have both, then that's amazing. Like,
I always say this: the best player of Kareem's era was Kareem. The best player of Jordan's era was Jordan. The best player of LeBron's era was Kobe Bryant.
Nah, because LeBron is at the end of Kobe. That's such a dirty pool. Like Kobe had his run with Shaq. Like those two were the 2 best players in the league. You had Tracy. You had so many other players that were great, but those 2 were the best at that time. Like people sleep on how when we're having this conversation, then we could say Duncan and Kobe. Like Duncan and Kobe were the same era of basketball, and Duncan has more so it depends on how you want to look at it.
They both have 5.
Duncan's
got 5 and 1.
Yeah.
Kobe, they both have 5.
And if we're going by championships only, then you can throw Robert Horry in there. He has a whole bunch of championships.
Like if you want to make an argument, I would take Duncan over Shaq 9 out of 9 times. Like I watched
You're a
Duncan
Shaq hater, bro. Get out of here, dog. We watched Shaq dominate the Lakers. We watched Shaq dominate at Orlando.
And he got swept by a dream. And Duncan, like I get Duncan's not sexy. I get it. I watched Duncan against my Nets in that series in 04 and 03. every day he was going for 30, 20, 10 assists and 5 blocks. Like, I can't handle this. Like Tim Duncan is one of the most underrated players. Duncan was insane.
Duncan's better than
is one of
Kobe.
the best players
Duncan
ever.
is better than
They're
Kobe.
equal in championships.
He's not better.
Hold on.
Kobe.
Hold on. They're equal in championships. Duncan has more finals MVPs. He's got more MVPs. They're equal with all NBA teams. Kobe's got 3 more All-Star appearances. Duncan has 3 more all-defensive selections. Duncan's total win share is 206.4 to Kobe's 172.7. Career efficiency rating 24.2 for Duncan, 22.9 for Kobe.
I'm not dunking on Duncan.
That's a tongue twister. Go ahead.
Yeah. Duncan is great. You get the first pick in the draft. Kobe and Duncan are available. You're starting from scratch. You have no players on your team. You can have Kobe or you can have Duncan.
I'm taking Kobe.
I'm taking Duncan.
There
I'm taking substance over flash.
I'm taking Kobe.
But
Because Kobe is my favorite player.
In that era, in Duncan's era, not now.
Duncan,
in that era that Duncan and Kobe came in,
it's
I'm taking Duncan.
2006. Who are you taking? Okay.
In that era, I'm taking Duncan because Duncan made everyone around him better.
Better. Of course. Duncan is the better player.
Big men could do that because you had to respect the big man collapse, and that's when offense facilitated. In that generation of basketball, yes, Duncan.
What that 03 finals, you know what I'm talking about, where San Antonio beat the Nets. I was like, this is the best play I ever saw. So I'm not hating on Duncan. He's not better than Kobe. He's not better than Kobe.
It's a matter of preference, right? Some people wanted Barry Sanders, some wanted Emmitt Smith. Neither one of them is a bad running back. It's just what was your preference?
All right, so I have a good question, right? Because we need to get off basketball. It's a football show.
Right. Oh, real quick. I saw this pop up. Shout out to Cisco for the super chat. Nick, salute to you to be bold enough to entertain NBA conversations in a Jets YouTube channel. Well, Cisco, it's the Nick Shine Show, and we'll go wherever the chat or the callers lead us. That's the beauty of this program. We can go anywhere at any time. Hashtag more quotes from LeBron at a Diddy party. Go ahead.
The Diddy party stuff is so gross. All right, so Brees right now, what would you rank him in the NFL in running backs?
12 to 15.
Okay. Do you think Brees has ever been a number 1 running back since he's been at the Jets?
Those first 5 games of his rookie year.
So 5 games out of
up until Denver.
So 5 games out of his 30-game career? Like, all right. If there was a chance, right, that the Jets were going to come back up for somebody, like let's say you got Reese, and let's say Downs and Love are still there.
Mm-hmm.
Do you come back up and get Downs or Love? With that, Downs over Love.
I'm not trading up for a running back.
All right, so Love is what, the second best player you think in the draft?
I think he's the best player in the draft, but you could argue he's 1 or 2. Like, I'm fine with that either way. I think he's the best player.
I have Downs as the number 1.
That's the other one. Those are the 2 guys I think you could argue.
But think about it, Sean.
I would go up for Downs. I wouldn't go up for now. If Love is at 12, are we talking 7 or 12? If Love's at 12, I could be entertained.
So I was listening to press
conferences. I'm not
conferences.
going to 5, 6, or 7 for a running back. No way.
Right. I was listening to press conferences, and what it seems like Mougey's doing is just putting a whole bunch of fodder out there to say that he's not going to do something that he is going to do. I think we're going to jump up in the draft. I think we're going to be super aggressive in the top part of the draft because the second half of the draft isn't really sexy. Like it's some good players maybe, but the top half of the drafts seem to be some solid players. So saying that you're not, like, our wide receiver room is not perfect. It's not good. It's not comfortable by any means necessary. I think a wide receiver, a running back, and a defensive player are going to be our 3 first picks. I think that's how our 3 first picks are going to go. Like, it's going to be a Reese, a receiver, and then a running back.
Well,
because I don't
worth taking though at 33.
I don't know. That's why I say, what do you say between Downs and Love? You say Downs. What do you say, Gary?
I would trade up for Well, and you guys don't think we're taking Downs at 2?
No. He should be a 2, but no.
I would trade up for Downs. I don't know if I could trade up for a running back. I mean, but I do agree with you. I do think Mougey's going to trade up. Mougey's been aggressive this whole time. I don't expect that to stop now. I think I have
And when
really
you have
considered
these
that.
riches of picks, you don't have
Trade
to
up.
be told no. You don't
Yeah,
sit
but-
and
yeah.
wait. When you have a coach and potentially a GM that have to win, you're not going to be patient. You're gonna find your guy, and you're gonna find a path to go get your guy. And he can do that with these picks. The beauty of maybe someone trading up to 2 is now you add more ammo where you could take 16 and move up. You could take 33 and move up. And you can come out with 3 first rounders this year, 3 first rounders next year, and still have a 2 in each draft. If you work this properly, you could still come out with 4 guys in the first 2 rounds, but you maneuvered it to get it into 3 first this year.
Who are the 3 first that you want?
I would want.
Yeah.
All right. In a perfect world, I would trade back to 4 and say Love goes 2. Say Tennessee trades up for Love in this scenario.
Okay.
Reese then goes to the Cardinals. Styles would be my pick at 4 if Reese is gone. My Reese, Styles, Downs. It's Ohio State for me, my first 3. So I would take Styles at 4. Now at 16, I would now jump up. And I would go get maybe Sadiq if you got to jump Kansas City to 8. Or if you go get, if Tate slides a little bit, if Cleveland decides to go line at 6 and the Giants take Downs, and then Washington takes another weapon, maybe you try to move up with the Saints and you go get an elite weapon, which people think Sadiq it could be better than Lemon and Tyson in terms of value. And to what you could do with the 12 personnel intrigues me more than what I could do with an off-injured Tyson or Lemon. If you can come out of this with Styles, Sadiq, and then maybe a 33 on day 2, you get like a Zion Young, like a really physically dominant presence. I would be happy with that. I'd be really happy with that. Keldrick Falk slides a little bit, and you go and get him. If he slides into that mid-20 spot, maybe you jump up for him. If not, I think Zion Young is a great fallback. Now, you don't get the speed rusher, but you build a dominant front, and that's all I've wanted this offseason. You guys know that. I've been saying time and time again, build an elite front 7 and let everything else fall into place. So if you give me Styles, Sadiq, and Zion Young, for example, I think that's a tremendous first 3.
Let me ask you a question real quick, Nick. On that, you said all the Ohio State guys, and I agree. But remember the first game of the season, the Ohio State versus Texas game?
I don't remember it.
All the pros on the field, like how 5-10 pros on both sides of the ball for both players. Who was the best player on the field that day by far?
Was it Manning?
Caleb Downs. By far. He was all over the field.
I'm figuring you would say it was a Texas guy. That's
it was Caleb Downs. Yeah, I wish it was a Texas guy. They would have won the game if it was, but Caleb Downs was the best player on the field that day. By
if you
far.
had November Arch Manning, maybe you would have.
Yeah, would have been a different story. I gotta drop off, guys. I appreciate you though.
I appreciate it, guy. Don't be a stranger, man. We'll talk soon.
I'll be back.
I want Downs.
I know. I listen. There's no. I'll say it again. I don't have an issue with the player. I think where our picks fall won't align with getting the player.
All right, so here's my thing.
12, we get the player probably.
We should get Reese, right? But what pick is the Giants pick?
5.
Then we have to get Downs, bro. I cannot see the Giants have Downs. Like it'll mentally fuck with me to watch the Giants.
I think Styles ends up with the Giants. I think Harbaugh knows the value of the middle linebacker. I can't say that enough.
I think Harbaugh knows the value of
Mosley. He knows the value of an elite middle linebacker. I can't see him going, and he had Ed Reed. I get that too, but but he had both together. And I would love to have someone ask him. He never would do it.
I'll wager you. I'll wager
in a cigar bar with him and say, "Hey, Harbaugh,
5 memberships. 5 memberships. I will wager you that the Giants get Caleb Downs before they get anybody else on the field. I guarantee. It's just I know he's gonna go to the Giants, bro. Harbaugh's defense runs is a safety and a middle linebacker. And every team that he's had a sufficient safety and a sufficient middle linebacker. The rest of the players are mid on most of his teams. But those two are always the positions that he goes after. He's gonna go.
There's a right or wrong pick. If you get Styles or Downs, I think you're going to be very happy.
So Reese over Downs for you
at 2. At
Yeah,
2,
at 2.
It goes Reese, Styles, Downs for me. Yeah.
All right.
Because I'm weighing the positional value more, and I get what you're saying. If we kept Jermaine and we were staying 4-3 and we had Jermaine and Will, I would change. It wouldn't be about Reese anymore. And then I would say, okay, it would be Styles and Downs would be in the mix. But now if you have DeMario Davis, like,
so here's my thing, right?
Add an elite football player. If you add any of these 3 players, I think all 3 are going to hit no matter where they end up.
At 3 positions that we have right now, middle linebacker, safety, and the end, it's basically old players, right? So the starting of the new generation would either be Reese, Styles, or Downs, like on this team, because AG's defense is not going to be the same defense if he gets fired next year. But the player that you're drafting, if Mougey's staying, he's going to draft a player that can always be at that position, that could play in any defense, and that's Downs. Like for every argument that everyone has, I've been surprised watching the draft and just how we skipped over what happened last year and by looking at our team. And if you're looking at our team from last year, the number one thing that we needed in that defense last year was a safety. It wasn't a linebacker and it wasn't a D end. But now we get to the draft and it's best player available. Like, and we skipped that shit. We're like, nah. We don't need the best player available. That is what we needed last year. We're gonna skip it's like a voter voting for shit. We always vote against what we actually need. What we actually need is a safety. Like the best safety you can get is on the market. Legendary.
Does this change your opinion if we get Thieneman or McNeil Warren? If we get one of them with Styles, does that make you feel better?
I want Revis. I don't want the person that came after Revis. I want Revis.
Okay.
I want Ed Reed. I want Hamilton. I want Palomalu. I want the guys that you watch change games in Super Bowls and playoffs many, many times. A safety is super important in the blitzing defense, which is what Aaron Glenn does. So a safety is like his glaring need. Minka is good, but he's old. And honestly, I'm worried whenever you see a team get rid of a player like that, you see that they're just dumping everything and shopping or something was wrong with him. So hopefully nothing was wrong with Minka, and we picked up a great player, and it's all good. But what that defense needs is a really good safety and a fast safety. I don't think Minka could do that. I don't know, man. Like Styles and Reese, I love all the players are good, but there's one that is better than the rest. I think the 2 best players are Downs and Love. Like there's the 2 best players available. It's always what you should go get. But if we don't get him, he's going to the Giants. Then we're going to have to watch Downs be great on Harbaugh's team, and it's going to infuriate me.
That's fair.
I mean, that's all I got. That's all the shit I came to talk.
I appreciate it, man. Have a good night, bro. We'll talk soon.
You too, dog.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are winding down this episode of the Nick Shine Show. Appreciate all of you for being here. Call lines are open. Super chats, gifted memberships are doubled throughout the week. You can get those in. We have a raffle this Sunday night. But if we do not have any more callers, we will kick it up.
Now let's go to What Did We Learn Today? Courtesy of Nick Shine.
Drop your What Did We Learn in the chat. We'll get those on air. Cisco says Downs is a weapon, but I also think Reese is a weapon too. I want them to pick players that get me excited about the possibility. Yes, I'm talking trash to Clancy in my Discord right now. Who's this?
It's me. Who do you think?
I don't know. I heard a thing. What's up?
I actually want to talk to you a little bit more. I was listening to the conversation with you have with Black Gypsy in regards to the draft. Look, I get where Black Gypsy's coming from, that we need an impact player, and I 100% agree. But the thing is, you said you think Sonny Styles is going to go to the Giants, even though they got Tremaine Edmonds from Chicago?
They do, but I believe they're switching to 3-4. And I think their other linebacker is someone named McFadden. So that doesn't take you out of going for Styles.
Okay, yeah, I forgot they still have McFadden. My bad. But what I like not Sonny Styles, but I mean not Sonny Styles. Caleb Downs. I would definitely. I mean, I would love Styles, Reese, or Downs on the Jets. But the thing is, what do you think? I'm trying to think of a better. Do we need safety 100%? I do like the Minka Fitzpatrick move. I'm not really too crazy about the Cisco re-signing, but maybe they brought it back as a depth piece. But since the Jets really need safety, I can definitely see the Jets taking it, but I don't know about 2. I don't know about the Jets taking him at 2.
Yeah, I agree.
I mean, I'm not trying to, be disrespectful to Black Gypsy. I mean, I get it. Downs is a great player. He's a phenomenal football player, and I'm not doubting that. But, taking a safety at 2, I can see him Jets trading. I'm like, after they get, let's say with the number 2 pick, they take either Reese or Sonny Styles. I can see like the Jets trying to trade back up, trade up from the 16 pick to get Downs. I can see that, but I don't think the Jets should take Downs with the number 2 overall pick.
I agree. I don't think so.
But that's all I got to say. Shout out to Black Gypsy. Also, that was great talk with you and NBA talk. Personally, if there's with the NBA talk, Tim Duncan was one of my favorites. Do you also remember Dirk Nowitzki from Dallas?
Do I remember him? Yeah, you mean him and his team of misfits that smacked the shit out of LeBron, Wade, and Bosch? Yeah. That would be like Michael Jordan losing a championship led by Detlef Schrempf.
Dirk Nowitzki was a great player, though. I think he was over 7 feet tall, if I'm not mistaken.
I know, but I'm taking a shot at LeBron.
I know, and I don't blame him. LeBron's a douchebag from time to time.
Whenever he talks or gets fouled. You're fired up.
But he was one of my favorites too. Trying to think what other my favorite NBA players that I liked. Tim Duncan, Nowinski, Shaq, Kobe. Derrick Rose, I liked him when he played for Chicago in his prime. He was fun to watch.
I saw an interesting video the other day that Derrick Rose, Paul George, and it was one other player that the reason people believe the guy who did the video believes they blew their ACLs out is because when they dunked, they landed on one leg.
Ooh.
And a lot of guys who've had longevity and health throughout the league always landed on 2 legs after a dunk. And there's a lot of highlights that he puts together in the video of Derrick Rose dunking, landing on 1 leg. And we know how his ACLs didn't hold up. So I don't know. I thought it was interesting.
Good to know. Bill M asked me, what about David Robertson? I never saw him play by here. He's a legend too. I remember watching Jason Kidd.
Here, deal with this. Go ahead.
You're a douchebag, Charles. Love you too, Jay Reeves. Love you too, buddy.
God damn it. I expected more.
Well, what can I say, Nick? Yeah, but
I don't know what you can say.
What he was doing, I know Tony Parker was. Oh, another one. Ginobili. I loved him too. Ginobili. Remember him?
Yes, I remember Ginobili. I just saw him celebrate with his son yesterday.
That's
Oh
awesome.
no, that was Peja Stojakovic, not Ginobili. I get people confused.
And we all do that sometimes.
All right, bro.
Trying to think who else I liked watching. Fuck. Oh, Paul Gasol, I liked watching him. God, there's so many. Chris Paul, I liked watching him in his prime.
Okay. We're just going through players that you've ever enjoyed watching.
Yes. He's Blake Griffin. He wasn't too bad to watch. He was fun to watch, especially when he was on the Clippers. Brooke Lopez, obviously, Vince Carter. You know, those guys in their prime. That's all I have for now. I could probably do a whole list of videos, a video that I would talk about some of my favorite NBA players. I never saw Gary Payton, unfortunately. Jeremy Lin, oh my God. I didn't actually watch too much of Jeremy Lin, honestly.
Do you want me to go? Do you just want to stay here and take comments from the chat? Ladies and gentlemen, feed Charles comments. It's that part of the episode.
He does. I heard he does stand up originally.
Oh. At least your mouth wasn't open.
Should I leave?
How quickly does pink eye set in?
You're still not over that, are you, Nick? Sorry, buddy.
I'm not.
Love you too, buddy. I'm trying to think what other basketball players that I enjoyed. I mean, Shaq, obviously, especially when he was with Cleveland and the Phoenix Suns. I hear typing.
I'm typing. That's why. Anyone have any comments? Oh, here we go.
I haven't used the air fryer today, although I did finish some leftover chicken parm dinner from Pino's. That was awesome. I'm trying to think. Shit. I learned that this is the Nick Shine Show. We can talk basketball. Yeah. What's wrong? What's wrong talking basketball? Basketball's a fun sport. Granted, I suck at it, but it's a fun sport. I learned when we were over the draft that we started talking basketball. LOL, totally Shine's fault. I don't blame Nick Shine. It's all good.
Anything else to say on a talk show, Charles?
I learned that Nick is Charles' most handsome friend. Pretty much accurate. Charles, do the oh God. You want me to do the Spider-Man song at a time like this? Well, maybe next time. Where we can talk about anything. Well, it's actually the Nick Shine Show that I'm on right now. Charles, blondes or brunettes?
Hold on. You don't get to go through the chat. You wait for me to put the comments on air.
Does the carpet match the drapes? Baby. I do like blondes and I do like brunettes, J. Reeves, but I gotta lean towards blondes slightly. Slow down. Dude.
Spider Chuck does everything but fuck. Can he nut in a girl? No, he
Oh,
can't.
come on.
In this
Who-
world, he's the virgin, Chuck.
Thank you, Nick. I appreciate that.
You're welcome. Spider Chuck. Spider Chuck.
Part of me wish I did have spider powers growing up.
What would you do? Shoot webs on every lady that you walk by?
Stop it, man. No, part of me wish I was Spider-Man growing up as a kid, clawing on walls, beating up bad guys, swinging high in the air, also screaming like hell. Getting girls. I was a kid, man. What do you expect?
You
We
still
all
wish
have
you were Spider-Man. What do you mean when you were a kid? You still wish you were Spider-Man.
Okay, you got me there, but when I was a kid, I was obsessed with a lot of shit.
All right. All right,
Um,
Charles. Let's do either or right now. Better milkshake, Dairy Queen or Carvel?
I'd say Carvel. I
All right.
mostly had
Better-
Carvel.
I don't want an explanation. It's a speed round. Better burger, Burger King or McDonald's?
I'd say Burger King.
Which burger?
I like the Whopper.
All right. Better French fries, McDonald's or Burger King?
I would say, oh God, I'd say McDonald's because of the salt.
All right. Best pizza in Woodbridge Township?
I'd say Pino's, man. You can't go wrong with them.
Okay. Better hot dog, Bobby or Mikey Midnight?
Come on, man. What the fuck? Bob met my Bobby Midnight. Dirty bastard.
Charles, say goodbye to everyone.
Goodbye, folks.
Talk to you later, buddy.
You too, man. God bless.
Oh, wait, Charles. Better Italian. Oh, damn it. He'll come back. All right. That went a little haywire. If you posted it, what did we learn? And I missed it. I'm going to scroll back through the chat now. Black Gypsy, I learned when we were over the draft, we started talking basketball. Shine's fault. We got that one. Maze, I learned that the Nick Shine show, and we can talk basketball. Yeah, we could talk anything. Listen, there's going to be some nights where we just got to maybe take a break from the draft talk. I thought we had really good draft discussion last night. I did the full round one mock. David D says, Nick, what do you believe is the likelihood of the Jets drafting Thieneman or McNeil Warren at pick 16? I think if Vega, Sadiq, and Lemon, are gone, it's very likely. I would love one of those players over Simpson. I don't want Simpson at all. I don't know if I've made that clear yet on the program here, guys. Talk basketball.
What'd you want to say? Better Italian what?
Olive Garden or Gennaro's?
I've been to Olive Garden. It's okay. Gennaro's I've never been to.
Wait a minute. You've never been to Gennaro's on Route 27 over almost when you get to JFK Hospital?
No, I have not. I swear to God, in my life, I've never been there.
If you go to Gennaro's, you'll never want to eat anywhere again. Gennaro's is on par with Pino's.
How do you spell Gennaro's? Let me write this down in one of my notebooks.
G.
What is it?
G. It's J Narrows. G. AYA. SFUCK.
It's gay ass fuck. Stop it, man. Take it with a fucking proper name, you son of a bitch. Spell Gennaro's.
Did you write gay as fuck?
No.
Yes, you did. Let me see it. Let me see what you wrote. There's no way you got to the end of that and did not write it. Just let me see the rest of the paper. You're showing me like the top corner, like where you put a stamp. Yeah, you did. Show me the whole goddamn thing. That's what she said.
That's what she said and wanted.
All right. It's GE.
It's GE.
Yeah, Charles, I'll text it to you after we're done.
Okay, never mind.
All right. Later, buddy. I'm such an asshole. Oh, man. That made my night. Oh, I'm so happy he called back in. I'm trying to think of how I could spell it in a rhythm. You know how, like, the phone number rhythm, the ba 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 ba. That's the phone number rhythm. I was trying to think of a way I could spell that out where it wouldn't make sense. Oh, that was good stuff. David D, ladies and gentlemen, gifting 5. They went to Daniel Paz, Big Islanders fan, Tony Alexio, Rat Didi, and Lake Nut. Lacknut? Lake Nut. We'll go with that. Appreciate you, David. Thank you. You're in the raffle for 10 more entries, my friend. Good luck to you. Folks, we are out. We will be back tomorrow night. It'll be the last day of the month. We'll get another show in, try to get the viewership up, try to have our biggest month in terms of views. We are right there. If I drop a short, we should be able to get that. Hold on. I could put the picture up for you right now. Hold on 1 second there. All right, let's do this. Share screen. I hope you can zoom in. Oh, I can. So the Jets took Reese. There was no trades in this. We took Reese. I did this whole mock on air, and then we took Lemon at 16. Sadiq went 9. Vega went 10. CJ Allen went 15. And then I should have done 2 rounds and just went to 44. But there you go. So we got Lemon and we got Reese. But I'll definitely do that again. Yes, big fella. Anything you say, I don't want you mad at me. But folks, it's that time.
You dopey bastards in the media twisted my words. What I said was, big ships burn slow.
Hey there, shiners, you made it to the end. It's time to ask the question. Nick Shine would like to know, Canada's taking names. Motown always delivers. Let's find out now. What did we learn today?
Folks, if you dropped one earlier when we were doing the Charles segment, please share it again. I apologize if I missed it. I was trying to scroll up. Why can't I spell? GAYASFUCK. I got it to say gay as fuck. Also, St. Cecilia's, Isla, New Jersey, spelling bee champion, 1992. I was the worst student, but I could spell. It was the best that I lasted the longest. We had all the other Catholic schools together, and I was the last one from our school representing the school. And the nun who hated me had to cheer for me. That was one of the highlights of that's my biggest non-athletic moment in grammar school. Boom! Here comes the boom. Now, Boomtown, if you would, please, good sir, drop it like it's hot. I will say this. I didn't plan on a show tonight. Do we have Boom here, ladies and gentlemen? I've learned never to question Boom. He usually messages me. Yeah, there we go. I learned landing on 2 feet after dunking is vegan. Boomtown learned. Nick wore a clean shirt tonight. Charles, Clemens, and Sauce are on a mission from God. Yes, they are, Boom. As seen here. We need them to do God's work. Metro is considered normal on the Vermontonian scale. Kyle was creeping for an unknown amount of time. How the fuck is the heat on in the house? Bonus, Charles answered who his sexiest friends are disturbingly quick. Kobe is a Honda that drives like a bukkake. Charles needs to brush up on his note-taking skills. And Leanie just exploded. Thank you, Leanie. She went. Boomtown, you're the man. Thank you. Thank you to everyone for watching tonight. We will be back tomorrow night, 7:30, I believe. I got to do something at 6. Should be back and good to go by 7:30. See if I can get a guest on with us, and maybe we'll do an alternating mock from 1 to 44. I'll see if DT's available. I know he's got a lot going on at the house. And folks, I appreciate all of you. Thank you for watching the Nick Shine Show. You guys are the best. We're almost in draft month. Don't forget, Woodbridge Brewing Company in Woodbridge, New Jersey, night 1 of the NFL draft. Party starts at 7:30. RSVPs will be coming out soon. I'll probably take care of that this week. I thought I'd be working a lot of overtime this week, but now that I'm not, I can get some things checked off my to-do list, which is getting longer by the day. Thank God I'm single, really. I don't have to deal with anyone else's to-do list. But folks, we're out. Turn it up. It's Blitz BK. We are exiting this quicker than Mullins hit the three-pointer to end the game yesterday. Suck it, Jay.
It's got beef.
Gentry covered in football.
Any day, any night, we all shine, bro. First class shine time, the Nick Shine Show. Anytime on YouTube, if you don't know, the Nick Shine Show, the Nick Shine Show. Dim the lights, but it's still bright as Nick time. Day or night, this is his prime, it's Nick Shine. Proud fan, well defined, so get in line. Toe to toe with any show, he only got 9. The best show on YouTube, bro, is easy. We talk Jets all day, please believe me. Subscribe, you just gotta click a family. We not a click in 3D. You can see a beautiful DP. We see through the fake teams and the tea leaves. So we pray for a coach and a QB and hope that we close to the top in the new league. A toast to the host with the most, Nicky. Who, me? Any day, any night, we all shine, bro. First class shine time, the Nick Shine Show. Anytime on YouTube, if you don't know, the Nick Shine Show, the Nick Shine Show.
Fantastic. And forgive me, Charles gets me distracted with his conversations and his segues. But look, Tammy, you won a membership on the Nick Shine Show, Tammy. Thank you, Robert, for the announcement. Also, Jet Up 2411. So, David D, Leanie gifting 5, and I'll gift 1. You guys are the best, and we're going to do this one.
How's it going, guys?
Is this your masturbation uniform?
Oh, stop it!
He's Charles. I come here today bearing gifts. Not from me, from Knobcraft. Knobcraft has sent you many gifts. I don't know what they are.
It's drink cheer wine soda.
Now you gotta put it on. Hold on. Don't get ahead of yourself. We gotta go one gift at a time. Go to camera, please. Smile.
Pork range with milk grain. Nutrition facts, 3.5 serving size, 2 ounces.
It's only 375% of your cholesterol intake for today. High material.
I think it's Hebrew or something.
It's not Hebrew. It's probably Hindi, and it says New York Jets in Hindi.
That's very interesting. Very interesting. I like that.
Here we go. Let's get you in your uniform. Hold on.
Oh my God.
What are these?
Large size condoms. The thinnest Magnum condom. So I got fucked.
That's going to be my screensaver.
And I got dots. I love me some dots, man. They're one of my favorite candies since childhood. Fortunately, the only negative I can say, they get stuck to your teeth sometimes.
They do. Ladies and gentlemen, we're here with the great Charles Gorman. Charles, you received a Show Me Your Butthole hat, a New York Jets shirt written in Hindi, considering the neighborhood that you live in. You received 2 boxes of dots, a pork brains, 2 Cheerwine sodas, and a box of Magnum Raw large-size condoms, the thinnest Magnum condom lubricated for contraception plus STI protection. Charles, what are your thoughts on this gift package that you've just gotten from the great Knobcraft?
Well, thank you, Knobcraft, for the gifts, especially with some of the food, but the condoms. You guys really want me to lose that virginity, huh? Well,
you want to lose your virginity?
I do, to the right woman.
Man, so you're the right woman? Shouldn't respond. I tried, Charles.
Probably my favorite gift outside of the dots and the soda is this shirt with the Hindi on it.
What's it say?
New York Jets in Hindi.
New York Jets in Hindi. Absolutely 100%.
Sorry if my emotions get the better of me sometimes. I can be a unique individual when it comes to that shit.
I say fuckhead, but unique individual also works. Well, Charles, you're a good man. People want the best for you. Now you go get the best for yourself. Go get a job. Nikki, thoughts on the gift package for Charles?
I like